Good morning. I'm headed to work and I'm riding and thinking. Years ago, I lived in Alabama and I got a job at a grocery store. Now, my two oldest, my daughter and my then stepson, were in school, but I was going to have to find a preschool for my then 3-year-old son, John. Well, we found the preschool that, we could use, and they had a screening process. And what they did was they tested to see if the children or the child was a good fit for their preschool. Perfectly understandable. And I guess they were trying to weed out the ones that eat crayons and drink glue. I'm not sure what was going on. Anyway, I hope I never forget the experience. It was absolutely amazing. They showed my son a series of pictures. They did all kinds of little tests, but in this one particular part, they showed him a series of pictures. And they'd show him a picture of an elephant. He'd say elephant. They'd show him a picture of, a zebra, and he'd say zebra. I don't know. And they showed him this one picture, and just like everything else, he just rapid fire, he said escalator. And the woman showed me the picture and looked at me so strange. I was confused. It was an escalator. And I said so. I'm like, what's the problem? And she said, most kids say stairs. And my instant response was, but it's not stairs, it's an escalator. She said, that's right, but most kids say it's stairs. From that point on, for the rest of the interview, they were just amazed at how well John did, how smart he was to be 3. And at one point they asked me what his favorite color was. He's sitting right there. Ask him. And I think he said red. I'm like, hey bud, what's your favorite color? And he kind of thought for a second, and he said red. Blew him away. Apparently 3-year-old little boys don't think about things. John was special. Okay. He was very smart. Okay. My kids, and I think all kids do this, but I know my kids did. They saw the world in kind of a literal way. And at one point we went to a restaurant, and my daughter, who was just learning to read, looked at the menu because she was a big girl. She wanted to pick her own food, and she just went into panic mode and almost started crying. What's the matter? And she said, they're going to eat me? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? She saw all you can eat kids free and thought they were going to eat her. And she was mortified. And I'm not trying to pick on her, but that's how kids think. You have to be careful what you say. I tell you all of this because I had a dream last night. And it was just, I don't know the woman, I don't know the kid. It was just probably a composite, but it was such a beautiful scene that I woke up crying. It was that beautiful. I don't know who it's going to help, but I wanted to share it with you. In this scene, a mother and a little boy, it happened to be a little boy, were sitting there, and in typical little boy fashion, his feet didn't reach the floor, so he was kicking them, and one of his shoes was untied. He was just a cute little boy. The mom was sitting there, and they may have been waiting in a doctor's office, or who knows. Anyway, like I used to do with my own children, this woman just decided to start a conversation with her son. They weren't on their phone, so this is something from my imagination. Who knows? But anyway, she decides to start asking her kids. She just starts talking to her child. I used to do that all the time. I used to ask my kids random questions, Loved it. But she asked him, they were having a conversation. And through the course of the conversation, it was basically like a murmur. I'm not sure. I don't remember what all happened. But anyway, the point of the story, the point of the dream is that he said, I don't believe in God. And it was like the whole little dream world stopped. And everybody was focused on this kid. And he was just perfectly at ease, perfectly natural. And she said, you you don't believe in God. I mean, she didn't chastise him. She, you have to let people, no matter who they are, even little people, you have to let them come to God on their own. Nobody can come to God except through Jesus. And nobody can come to Jesus unless they're called. You can't make someone be saved, and no one's going to be saved because of anything you did. You may guide them or something, but it's ultimately God. Getting that out of the way, let's get back to it. The little boy said, I don't believe in God. And she said, she asked him to explain. And he thought about it. And this little boy is probably 7, 8 years old. He's a pretty good sized little kid. Not that it matters. This is all a dream. But he thought about it. And he said, you're supposed to believe in Santa Claus. You're supposed to believe in the Easter Bunny. Or I think he said I'm supposed to believe in Santa Claus. I'm supposed to believe in the Easter Bunny. And I'm supposed to believe in the Tooth Fairy. He said, but Mama, I know they're not real. And she's still looking at him. He said, what got me going? He says, but if somebody asked me, do I believe you're my mom? I would tell them no. Because I know it. I don't have to believe it. And I woke up crying. Actually crying. Because he didn't believe in God. He knew in God. And I thought that was pretty cool, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it's for. But that was a pretty amazing dream, and God gave it to me, and I thought I would share it with y'all. It may help somebody, The little boy in my dream, he didn't believe in God. He knew in God. God bless y'all. Have a great day, and be safe.